Still, our breaking news story tonight. Bernard Entry Buesiakon, popularly known as Wontumi, has been released from the iron hands of Yoko. Currently on the screen, yes, Wontumi has been released. And so that wouldn't be just an end of Wontumi. I know a lot is coming on the back of the release of Wontumi. Now, what we are learning is that other state agencies have been so ready, okay, to also drop their charges. So that is what is on the table. Well, just in, Wontumi has been released from the custody of Yoko. And so I kind of believe them party officials, putting the necessary things by way of meeting the bail conditions near Enki count. But that's one end, the struggles of Wontumi by way of being released. Of course, it's almost like, if I kind of say, about a week, some days now, right? So he deserves to go home, and then pending all the necessary touches are because we know they've laid charges on him. So it does appear in the coming days Wontumi will be going to court so now we can figure that the iron hands of Yoko has left him off the hook. But the frontline intelligence has gathered some disturbing news about Bernard Entry Buesiakon and how he allegedly maltreated a Chinese national. Chinese national we are or disturbing. Guess what? Wontumi used the national security to frustrate this Chinese woman. Our intel revealed the Chinese woman, name withheld, had business deals with Wontumi, and during the business deal, guess what? Bernard Entry Buesiakon took advantage of the situation and took custody over several hundreds of Zonda trucks belonging to this Chinese woman, and later threatened the woman. Threatened the woman with national security officer called Edward Kwaku Asumeni. Yes. And then later urging the Chinese woman to sign a paper that she will no longer pursue the case again. Simon, show. So tracks ni bi na Google and go on. Tracks way Chinese ni bi dia o. Chinese ni o won nkrata or ye legitimate business here. Me pese me boni din because it's a developing story. Chinese ni way me Wontumi akwose and the trucks, several of them, hundreds of the trucks, including excavators, wakwose sanina. And we no or the national security under the tenure of Kwaku Asumeni, another rogue, the former national security coordinator on Dahono. Womoku na mamino Chinese no mameke womo pamo Chinese ni kwa maneko back to China. Then mamene samba back to Ghana bium. Yeka say Wontumi has been declared. Say on to me see China bium. He knows se monko bisano. Bernard Entry Buesiakon on to me see China bium. Very decent Chinese woman or take Ghana or yenidwa. And the politicians know her. I'm not talking about Aisha Wano. No. Wontumi kwasesa ni tracks nina. Adena moye no the national security for. Eko hunu na maame no. Say maame no sign paper. Paper say on my eden on me cancel you into what the tracks no ho. Ye the way dimu ebe mo de. Ye the way dimu ebe mo de. Amankwa, gauging the space right now, it does appear that the iron hands of Yoko has left off the hook of Wontumi, and I'm sure you are also watching, current pictures all coming out now.
Yeah,
I'm
following the trend.
The breaking news story.
But why is that? There is a loud voice behind. That's an echo.
Sir,
as I speak to you.
Well, but I hear you loud and clear. Try to manage it for me.
Okay, then that's fine. If you can hear me loud.
Yes, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. So the question I ask you is, whilst you are monitoring the situation now, the iron hands is off the hook. Wontumi, what do you make of the current developments now, right from the beginning and now?
On say, Makajo say Wontumi asem. We are from the same hometown.
Exactly.
and we have some connections in the family setup sort of thing. We're from the same junta. So, Anthony Freme, Chief Amankwa and Nana Amankwa.
Sure.
Because I was named after my grandfather.
Yeah.
And also no Papaye chief in the same village. So they are related in some way. Indiana is very, very disheartening for me.
I know, Pa.
My position is say why you be wrong with there, then the system should look into it and then see how they can resolve the matter. I'm not an apologist to anybody or any MPP or NDC person that goes and still garners money. And the Mamenya declare before I be able to talk about this matter.
Me too. Yeah, go ahead, Nana.
And see, the case, the case is getting so complicated. And me feel that Mahama is doing a good job. If you talk to Musa Menokasa 3 months ago, me say let's wait and see.
Yeah.
For me now, Mahama, I'm not interested in democracy. I'm interested in development for the people.
Yeah.
The impact on the people's lives, and also a good leader. And if it's democracy or is dictatorship, and we can get a good leader, like what happened in Singapore, they were under a dictatorship by a good leader. I don't care. Me democracy now, Marco Fagre to also Western copied democracy. No, you always say, you have to have your own narrative. I'm not interested in democracy. Can come in different forms. Democracy can come in different forms. For me, and the average Ghanaian doesn't need too much democracy. The average Ghanaian need housing, education, health. And the way Mahama is running, I don't think Mahama is playing. I don't think he's playing games.
Yeah.
Not this time. From the way things are going, he's not playing games. It is about to me, I manage a country, the way he's going now, and reduce corruption, and let processing of our raw materials in the villages expand the economy there. Why don't you let him rule? We don't need this.
Yeah.
Why is it that the security services in the country have always been ineffective when there's a government in power against its own people? Until we find a way to detach the presidency and the security, because it looks like the ECHO, the FBI, the Ghana version of FBI, whatever it is, and a special fraud office, police, they can do a good job. But the problem is that the constitution has actually disabled them, using the presidency to disable them. But if you are talking to me, I have one small trick any president in Ghana can use, and nobody will commit. It will reduce corruption by 80%. There's no violence in it. It's a small trick. Na kwekunya time aframe na menkancho na kache president.
No, tiho ena Friday na meka no. Mwetu no for saying, obi so ye tu ntumi kwaku, ye tu no for sa onfa, ye tu ntumi onfa. Onfa no, mo nse enne. Won so okọ no, wakopem, wakwakoto ne bema. Yes, ube pam hu pam modako pe obekwa akoto. Won so wakwakoto, waji ne nizo. Won wenim guase a wagu no honim ase. Enim guase no wanfa mra one ne yire ne manko a o. No, or the abesa MPP for na waste mo time. Won to me egu no honim ase. Wagu no ho anim ase. Won to me wagu ho anim ase. Wagu ho anim ase. You've been disgraced enough. Oh, real size, won't to me, Sabri see you. Now we share TV up. Oh, share TV. One real size. One real size, and away kind. Justice Atubiga a kind. Or catch a more MP before Nibinum. One real size, unya domo. What would Joe him catch a Ghana for say, eh, won't me a dom. Is he see some qua? One say, one real size, unya dom. Ya more say. The iron hands of Yoko and NIB and more say keke. Oh, say one to bed, dead your Ghana just say minima the crow and then I make custom which will be say, oh, binye sikaka. sikana munyan kakran. Why won't you keep quiet and enjoy your money in your quietness? Why won't you keep quiet and enjoy your money in your silence? Why won't you keep quiet and enjoy your wealth in your own place of abode? But you want to make noise for all of us to know, say, yeah, when you ska. And also, that trend in our air course woman, and saying, any Dick and Tom and Harry, stupid fool, be in Yesika, and so ye de Dema Ghana, ye name who's when Yeska, and a year day. Show, I did be air course woman. Ghana ni when Yesikano, the first thing I saw ye, more beer who's when Yeskano, and so koto, first car bang, one top Bentley or better Rolls Royce. Oh yeah, no be social media. Not the car ne be display. Say, yeah, hard work. I mean, for many of them are all worshiping satanic cults. They are worshiping satanic altar. Many of you, you've sold your soul to the dark world, to the demonic world, to the satanic world. Oh, in want of what? Wealth. But enjoy your wealth in your closet. Don't come and make noise to us. And they are all, many of them, they are in the political system. Many of them, they are in the entertainment industry. Movie actors and actresses. All right? Musicians, even gospel musicians. Moko tonto mo kra ne mu nipedia ema bonsam na bonsam hye mo nimunyam wi na mo de begina so hard work abodamfo. They want to advertise satanic to all of us to make it look as though the rest of us, we are not working hard. Absolutely useless balderdish. Abodamfo. Woman Google politics ni mu. Uko social media omo nya na ho. Ene de aba no. Enipa kuma prim na kuma enipa trimo ya den bone ashomoma wobe seni nua at the expense of say so de yeye emirikatuo men and women emirikatuo ya dia ya pesi yeye say by close of the night so yeye no de bejira no makototo mo dan no wo mu isle go ho no mo ne trasako na sefo no mu ye de tuetue aso asif so bi mo obra. No, you know why? The reason why they will display their wealth for you to know, no, it's not because of hard work. Oh, they are advertising their satanic kingdom. They are advertising their satanic kingdom. Some finish, some born in worshiping, and you know what they are then advertising so that it will entice you. Be warned and be careful. God, Yankopon can want some down or say that way, Beba, where men's hearts will fail them. Men will become so covetousness. All right? Men will be lovers of what? Lavish things. They don't care. Now, movie industry anymore. Some fianga who fibisa nanuya some two boys be frequent. I don't want to dignify by mentioning their name. Woma betran class or me a movie actors, right? Women are movie actors. Koshe, and no me see them be on basis yo. Women companies be on me wo. Now baby says obi wo movie industry them. Obi so onye idwuma enough. Onye idwuma enough. And so ne one person omo trust oh and omo hard work no omo koye movies no and omo nyeska and omo yese and na say for many of them they are in the music industry. Gospel artists, gospel musicians. All right? Baby omo gum say omo na ye satanic bonsam atomatiaka and oyeden one more inshira monye munko advertisement. Many of them they are also in their political parties. They've joined occults and secret societies ready to advertise their wealth to let you know say they are working hard. Fiwate abonye for munim nyansa you want to mo pesa mo say onyankopon ma but God nyankopon de market ma mako ba ku bi o mem ha ente yo no the car kobo bi ba we kunu kwa bisa se Ghana mraye ne den die na Ghana mraye no okokwa ne hu fisa no ne nam ho ono pese o chese we nipa chi obi abusuan we kunipa ne kwa Ghana mra ntimi afa na afa kwan bia so die ntia because they know themselves. It's a whole cabal of satanic altar they are all worshiping, satanic and demonic. You can't say Klaus and on their cover of mine so. Obekasa de pepe bi cost woman. Woman no masofo nya. You say masofo ni ntumi nya hwe. Asofo no so obekom no. Woman so bonsam ato 99% of your so-called men of God. Koshom and asofo no kra peyedie no kra chen wo members no. who fees are useless men of God in the charismatic. Indeed, useless ones. Folks, me do much here. Manya musika no Manya musika na monfa musika na ntra mukukum na mon spend musika no. What it? Say bonsam spend your money in your quietness. Do not come stupidly. Come and display your wealth. Nobody is interested in your satanic worship. We know you people too much. Bonsamwa mo somna wa mamu japade. Take it and live quietly. Do not come and entice young men and women who want to live decent lives. Wontumi mutu no for anjeni Mumi so enipa ben. Good one. Now, I'm sure we are also learning, I'm sure you've also heard. Sir, the former finance minister is trying to dictate the pay there. Obeba be answer questions on corruption and related charges. No? Or say, Oma, so the Ziadi, Yemfa, Opeso, ye kind of saying, a virtual interview or say, Jeben and we in Simbian. And of course, the lawyers. The lawyers are also stamping hard to say they will not allow their client to come. In circumstances like this, what do you think the President John Mahama should begin to be seen doing in such situation? Olidi Ghana call IMF. No one company benefit is so huge. Enterprise assurance, or a lot of properties in so forth. What do you think the government should be seen doing now in the case of Ken Ofori?
I'm going to go back to the same issue, Anamekano. To me, it's a product of the system that is corrupted.
Good.
Ken Ofori is also a product of a corrupted system.
Yeah.
The finance minister, I think MPP who bought power in the last 8 years, they took the level of corruption on a different level. I think corruption has always existed, but these people took it on an industrial scale. How can the finance minister?
I see.
They took it on the MPP, they took the corruption to a different level, a complete different level. In an industrial scale corruption, Mahama agrees that this is a crime scene. I've actually been elected, I feel sorry for it. I've been elected to inherit a total crime scene. Everywhere is corrupt. From the judiciary, every aspect of the society is corrupted. Oh, your finance minister, when we are any interviewer, investigation, this is even an allegation.
Yeah.
You don't want to come. It shows to me clearly from a distance that you know you are running away from something. Because if you are not, you should be very. And at this thickness, Ghana for and Penifua, anytime they are called on, they are facing a little bit of sacrifice, accountability issue, they fall sick. I find it very, very strange.
Yeah.
I think what the OSP should do is, if you are sick, your doctor will make his report, and they can also appoint an independent doctor in America to go and assess him.
Yeah.
Then give another report. To say, Kroma say, we are insurance claimer. Insurance claimer. Doctor no better say, oh yeah, you say. And so insurance company also better send you doctor, go to their doctor for him to make an assessment that is it possible that it's okay for you to travel to be interviewed. So the OSP can also appoint a doctor. It doesn't cost that much, $1,000. Go and make a full. So Ken Ofori should submit himself to that doctor in that same state in America to go and make an assessment and make sure that this man cannot travel to come and answer questions. That's another way to fix this problem.
I see. It sounds pretty. Now, yeah.
And so because it's an important matter, we are a very important person. They can also say, the government of Ghana will pay for that doctor. He should make himself available for him to assess him.
Yeah. And
write a report. It's based on that report. Like I said, 2 doctors are given 2 conflicting issues.
Yeah.
It means that one, no doctor, he's paid him to say, I cannot travel. Yes, your doctor, I don't think he can travel. So there's a dispute. And then they can then proceed with the case and the trial. I think the guy is running away from his own shadows, to be quite honest with you. And a lot of them are. They've stolen a lot of money.
Exactly.
I'm telling you. Those people have become, in the last 8 years, Ghana created more multi-millionaires than even business people who have been doing business for the last 30 years.
Wow.
I'm telling you.
Wow.
They have a lot of money.
Wow.
Hmm?
Some are suggesting that we should confiscate the properties here, or even before then he stepped foot here in Ghana. Do you go with that same analogy?
I know they say it's easy for the government to be able to put his hand or hold on it. But these people know how to move money around.
Yeah.
They know how to hide money. They are very sophisticated in those ways around here.
Yeah.
So you can seize what they've got, but they will still walk away still as multi-millionaires. They know how to move money around. There's so many ways of doing that. And let's say Mauritius, try to withdraw with any amount. Those questions asked Mauritius. Mauritius, that's how a lot of money is going into Mauritius at the moment.
Yeah.
As soon as you arrive at that island, there's no questions asked. And see, many people say the guy is running away from his own shadows, and I don't believe that he might be safe. That is not the issue. But is he strong enough to come and face interrogation? That is where an independent doctor can make an assessment and write a report and tell it to the OSP.
Yeah. I see.
Yeah, because Kwaku also oyare.
Yeah.
And I also because of oyarun to me be hume. And I may say important to baby hume. And to me, my catcher say, okay, Kwaku, present yourself to my doctor for my doctor to counter what you are saying. If my doctor agree, then we will find another way of doing it.
Yeah.
But at the moment, it's only one-sided.
But now he's also giving conditions there. No, OSP rather on any virtual so
the OSP should decline because now we HSU.
Yeah.
Now we HSU no now my attempts.
That's right.
This doesn't make sense. You are the suspect. Suspect, no. If you allow the suspect to start to give you 10 there, then you've lost the game. Why would the suspect be giving you the 10?
But the OSP is not going according. No, he has declined. And said, and he has declared the red alert.
The suspect is rather giving you the 10. So
yeah.
He's disrespecting you.
Yeah. And he's been backed by his lawyers.
Now, sir, the point is, no more appointed, no.
Yeah. That's quite disturbing.
MPP in the last 80, but all these things, sometimes don't blame the Wontumi. They are product of the system. The system created them. The main problem is the presidency. That is where everything starts.
Yeah.
And ends. The presidency is where, because let me explain something. Corruption will never stop.
Yeah.
Even under NDC or under MPP. But what you can reduce it, is when the leadership is perceived to be punishing it.
Exactly.
So what he here?
Sure.
If the leader doesn't punish it, and I'm also my creative constitution said the leader is exempted. I always tell you, I respect Okujo Blackpa. In the future, president. You know why? On MP or Ghana, what passed the law? It affects he himself. See, we should not buy property, state land, and it affects himself. Obi on to me law. Emma law no entry on one casa per se. He doesn't believe in the law.
That's correct.
That is a question I throw to any president of Ghana.
Yeah.
If you cannot make a law and you yourself submit to the law, then you cannot be trusted. Because you are telling me you have made a law for me, but the law doesn't apply to you.
That's correct. Good.
But I don't think Mahama is playing. I don't think he's playing. He's playing games this time.
That's right.
He's going to go after them.
Yeah.
It's also so when we are Ghana Sika, go and account for it.
That's right.
Take your audited documents, make sure everything is okay. And then I don't think if everything is okay, they can do anything to you.
Yeah. Good.
But there's so many of these MPP people who did not want to protect themselves because some of them, they have a lot of what we call unexplained wealth.
Yeah.
Their money, you cannot explain their wealth. And this will be Ibrahim Bahanman, who my business for the last 30, 40 years. I don't have an issue with it. But some of these people, they just become millionaires in the last 8 years.
Yeah.
And how they don't own factories, they don't own any industry, they just happen to have money. But yeah, Ghana, your problem is your man lawyers now called doors for parliament to help. All you need is ordinary men, engineers, mathematicians, scientists, agriculture, businessmen like Kennedy Ejiofor. You need a range of people. Lawyers no doors. And me, I'm not a great fan of lawyers. They are trained liars. Most lawyers are. I'm telling you, they train them to be able to lie. That's why they defend their clients, even though their client has gone there and committed a crime. It's their job. They've been trained to lie. But may feels a parliament, more populated parliament, with more independent and normal thinking people. You have, see, Mahama now, I'm feeling him a little bit for one reason. But stabilizes seed, But seed, Kokumaminkebi, it's not the strongness of the city. It's stabilization of the currency.
Yeah.
Because so-called China and normal, they don't necessarily want a strong currency. When you go to places like China, you want a stable currency, not necessarily a strong currency.
Yeah.
When your currency is too stronger, it can affect your exports.
Good.
You have to understand the logics of economics. A currency should be stable rather than necessarily being too strong. But the way they moved it down is good. And on the corruption side, Mahama is ruling like Jerry John Rawlings without the military, of course.
Sure. Fantastic.
The economics, you say chroma type, chroma type, and the corruption, he's ruling like Jerry Rawlings. So you've got two persons in one. Nkrumah / Jerry Rawlings. It is not bad, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah.
It's done well.
Good. Good. Of course, it's a developing story. So definitely, we're going to touch.
It's a trick now.
Yeah.
Yeah, this stop corruption. I have from privately.
Good one.
Why?
Good one, Amankwa.
It's a small trick.
Good one.
Thank you.
Good one. Great analysis always. Great analysis always. Nana Amankwa, a political analyst all the way from London. NND and Komo. On the former finance minister Ken Ofori and Wontumi. A worldwide manhunt, and the idea, spark it on him. So now, the special prosecutor in the coming days, I'm sure coming days, weeks, months, would activate all the necessary stuff, red alerts in the Daneswa, and your Mebebana, and what ye pisase. Why can Oforiata ebe not say, or the my gun way ebe fasa tibia wem? But first, before I'll give you my commentary. Yentie in Semnibia Kisejaben Editudra in a few hours. Take a listen to this.
Today is Monday, 2 June 2025. It is more than 3 hours past the scheduled time of Mr. Oforiata's attendance at the OSP. And Mr. Oforiata failed to attend the OSP today. Mr. Oforiata's conduct is totally unacceptable and a baleful spite at law enforcement and criminal investigations. It ends here. It ends today. We will no longer accommodate him. Consequently, the OSP redeclares that Mr. Oforiata is a wanted person and a fugitive from justice. His name is hereby re-entered on the OSP's list of wanted persons. The OSP will take all necessary legal steps to secure Mr. Oforiata's return to the jurisdiction and to answer to the criminal inquiries against him.
Wow. In a press conference, Kiseja been addressed here, and Utiene just gone past. But then again, I would ask some few questions on my mind. Say, why can Oforiata be not been say? Or do your mind way be fasa tibia way so, and he doesn't care? But then again, what saddens me throughout after the way press conference, is the pushback by Ken Oforiata's lawyers, Frank Davis, mounting a spirited pushback at Kisi Jabin, and now daring Kisi Jabin say Kisi any worse. The baby fence and Ken Oforiata obiano obetimi akwa kofano informant. Really? Hey. aseme na ekoso o mem hayi hwe ohawa Ken Ofori atadia beto Ghana so na yembi say ho say time ben ene Ken Ofori atahu say woyare see wo mem ha wo ene Ken Ofori atabeka kire say wenya liver problem into omokoye liver transplants emano. I'm not quite sure that that's a liver cirrhosis. No, I guess any liver cirrhosis, but just a liver transplant. Obi any Ghana ha always shiki friends saying Ken Ofori na na Ofori say sebi onka ni musu no. But e ba ne saying and a Ken na ya Ofori every abemwa say bam and Ofori den who ke wira and one no. What you know, Kewira settle away. Bam. Wokodru America memwa. Ken Ofori yarinti. Ontimi magana biom. Hey. Sana mo cheche mu democracy. Sana ye de tra my way mu. De mo de ye on my Ghana ni. Obi akoke bia otimi kan. Menkwa me koke bi omsi kwaku ye boy. Mi didi ni patem. Mo hu de ekoso manim. Se nyame nka ho na wanto ano na reka de obeka to ho no nipa beka se wonim kasa but na mu mpanimfo yi a wo mode oman sunsum ni oman kra wo mode awura esumu ene wo mode bone eti oman ka nyankopon we hira wo man awie obo ni wiase wo no pe nwonim o ene wo de Ghana begina wiase ni na finfin the middle of the world, the epicenter of the world. No, the ABC ha. And also, Momo bra. And o may be beer a bit to be dear abobra. It will be as I said, I am in a ye. Young quiet, dear, yea. Ye munia and ye. Ye penny for ye, dear bread, dear, abro, a more de etri more de who money, 3 more dear, or war crab bar. What to me more? Messy kakra. What to me more messy said, Yabutre. But mo dear, mo de Ghana yet to say sebi nyado, sebi kronto, sebi imprediasa. She Ghanaian politician ni binemu de Ghana. Ekuya Ghana na mo de yet to say oba. E memma be du ejina ne so. Na obia e fa no atego. Yeah. Na ama Ghana is standing there at the glance of these 10 men. Okay? Now show them. She has lifted her eyes in despair, wondering where the next help is coming from. The help cometh from the Lord. All right? Na mu gang ripo mu repe amagana intensely, without a break, without mercy, without any cause of regrets. No. Mo ayedi leadership eshemonse wo memu ha. This is what you are doing to this very nation called Ghana. The sovereignty. You are not at one point ready to defend the integrity, the sovereignty, the sanctity, and the integrity of this nation under any circumstances. No, you are not ready to defend the integrity, the sanctity, the sovereignty of this nation. No, rather, your quest to rip off this country and intense rip is the order of the day. As men call heartless and wicked and evil, it's your hallmark, and you don't care. Because if you care, and me tear Frank Davis, and I say, hey, now Frank Davis, where you Ghanaian? Ora Frank Davis, or you Ghanaian? I say, wow. And he said, na said in prayer, sir. Nimdie ebetumidi ni pebiako. Say na nimdie betimi aye nipa binemu. Sa na tie. Say nipa bi betimi esua de ehun enya nimdie nimdia yɛde boya man nimdia yɛde siesie man nimdia yɛde hwɛma man ɛbɛyɛ krabɛhwɛ o yɛmpanimfo yi die bi te sɛ papa yi ɔda hɔ yi onim saa banmom sunsum a ɛte omu ni sɛ wɔmakɔ suadeɛ no wɔyɛ finance minister wɔkɔ suadeɛ sɛ ne finance no wɔde bɛbɔ man korɔ no wɔde bɛwia ɔman sika na owiewia afi enipa bi nso wɔmakɔ suadeɛ ɛwɔ mmerani mu wɔnom nso aba abɛgye wɔn taatae wɔn awa etu na wɔn de mmara na wɔn kɔ sua no o a yɛde bɛtwitwa agye ɔman no die ɔman no esie no wɔn de saa mmara no nso atwitwa agye wɔn ɛwɔ bɔne a wɔn asɛn edi etia ɔman no awo Ghana nyɛ wɔn bɔ Ghana nyɛ wɔn bɔ ewura nom yɛpamutwa wo wɔn nyankopɔn wɔ hɔ o ɔman no nyɛ mu deɛ o ɔman no nyɛ mu deɛ wate Mika say Shisika Ken Ofori is being accused to have looted all. But in certain parts of this nation, particularly go beyond the borders of the south and go to the northern belt. Perhaps even here in the south. There are various places, even in Kranza, places Bebrewa and Kran Kreyo, yeah. The future leaders of this country, one more the whole there, right? With their bellies all lie prostrate before the Lord. With their belly, lying prostrate before the Lord God. In many parts of the country, they are still there sitting on their buttocks, sitting on what? On bricks. Some are sitting bare floor, no chairs, nothing. There are some schools, if you are memuha, obekono, womani mrechie, emrechio, emponche, enentrie, enete edemwo. There are some schools, if you are memuha, ubedru edemwo, and chirebenim pemire at the school when nafa. Ghana hana make say 21st century, as some namenimu came. You will never see it anywhere in any developed nation or a nation that is really grasping, yearning to develop. Against the backdrop of self. And Penifona woman say, no. Says he can't no. Ye fan could develop his schools ni na wo mensimu. Aman crani nye binko emesiado. No, yen Penifono, the ebetinya yan say. Yen sani edu, ye the bomusika ni ya tam. Ye di akogugu ye bank account ewo foreign banks na mene ade ye di bia toto dan ewo ɔman mu plush areas ye di bi so atoto cars ewo ɔman nim ne ye wia ye di bi so afa ma ene bia toto dan ama ma na mene ade ne ye wia ekwan no a ye ka say bi na da screen so this is a school located here in the Republic of Ghana enye ware ho awo aden Kwaku Mikasa, yesi minkasa yi. But me yam shishimi pa. I can take care of my daughter. Straight up. And I'm taking care of her. So beautifully. You can decide to zip. Close this mouth. My catcher mo say, aha, I can decide to quit this job and I'll eat. You don't know? I can. I can decide to quit journalism. And Kwaku, I'll survive for the rest of my life. Yeah. So that one time no kasebium, I'll be gone. But nipe bi so o memu ha. Womo wire womo di ahye nipe bi mu se. Esimesi obentin mekasa magana mpinimfo ntie no. Na womo nsakire o madwene. Na omo nya nioma ese fata no ntini yete he. Yente ha. Schools ni munyi bimra omo titi pete mu 20 bria me uka say John Mahama wa amemwe mu John Mahama is trying his best. John Dramani Mahama is trying the very best of him to ensure that people livelihood, there is life, there is smile. He really want to put a smile on the faces of every Ghanaian. Now so clear, vivid, said John Dramani Mahama is displaying the quality leadership. You can say, and you may be bring air drop it down, including fuel. You too fuel more, no money baby. and yama scatter. And then minim say fewer ni na drop it down. Momo frani bi na egu hon. Where school benya. Oh, the likes of Oforiata. Oforiata are abandoned the properties all over. Wa abandon then ne can say enterprise assurance. Wa abandon then the transition. Baby edi efunu no. Wa abandon the data bank. We Johnny. Wakwatna America. Now a lawyer, a renowned lawyer like Frank Davis got that energy. Oh. Frank Davis has that balls, the alacrity, the prowess, and will not and may not and cannot be a bit sympathetic. My goodness, I have said, what's his name? Frank Davis cannot be sympathetic. Frank, you cannot be sympathetic to this country by say Ken Ofori at your main akotibia tisemu atamo main sika hudo bam with Janiko. Ombe yin huano osino. Now listen, guys. Do you know what? Ken Ofori episode. Now Ken Ofori episode onu determine the course of arrangement. Kwanya yemfa no mfaso e de makisi jaben. He now want to determine how Ken Ofori onu determine kwanya yemfa no mfaso. Say ni ye nasem. Inti no pese ye virtual den. Ye interview. And same year kisi jabe pese obi se ni bia no. O se yemfa nye virtual deben. Ewo ahomaso na wo mani ni nkomo. Sa wo ho. O sha America mem ho. But Ken Ofori be hu say the properties be bre ewo mem ha. Government be to the start to see immediately. Right? Ken Ofori himself very well said he led Ghana to the IMF. He led this country to what? To the IMF at the benefit of his private entities such as what? The data bank. Now, Mumisa, Mate say, Abanwe by NDC, but Mate say, ne all the company, what is it? Yeah, the Yansato to no government in touch you. And that's the beauty of this. Sequoia baby, I swear to God. And Ofori no cha abane ba ya pe because Ken Ofori ensured say about 11 banks in this country. 11 banks. Me group chairman station yanedia said we are gongo. Ono kwa ne bank na there a heritage bank. Do you know how much said we are gongo invested in heritage bank? $60 million. I don't want to go to the rest. And I me wafa. Me wafa Pakwesi Indum. Mokai Pakwesi Indum in the bank. Do you remember Pakwesi GN Bank? Maybe say Pakwesi Indum or invested saying our GN Bank mu Ken Ofori and about saying 11 banks or more. Ken Ofori eshenataria white. Eto Methodist hymns. Eye do baby a na wo hwonu nyankopon basaya domi enim. Ehwe this Ghanaian business entrepreneurs which Ken Ofori knows that these businessmen they are the driving force of the local economy. Ken Ofori knows that all of this business enterprise they are the nerve center of the local economy. Ken Ofori showmanim nimse wenum they are the nerve center of the Ghana economy. However, knowing said Ghana's economy, about 60% of our economy depends on what? FDIs, foreign direct investment. But then, before the foreign direct investment, ban, na local economy no. Etimi shepi emobia hu aiden aton ma nioma ekoye. Ken Ofori amfa neni anto wonyankopo ogunina. Na can you imagine say nipa baako bank sika send a wom $60 million and nipa a wom ya pamo mi na akoye boni a Ken Ofori edie no and no se ni yam ya ni liver eye ne ya enti ni lawyers no eye hwan Frank Davis etinye nya kukuduro abegina a national radio so kasa kire Ghana say papa no kiseja be opa onye de obebi emfa no opo nkofa ne mra no ono ana asemo Folks, when na Friday ma me ya bi ne ebi ti ase bi so nti ase. But you see, ya mpenifo kan no ya nka na kwa. You see, edua na esu ho kutu sa no a me kwotena ase no. Wo kwotena ase a enye yie. Me di kwaku o. Me di kwaku ananse. Se edua na ase na me kwotena no edua ebutu miti so. Wo be yenti kuma nti wo kwotena ase a enye yie. Kire say as I say me a learning curve at the mouth so that we be taking all steps in very well. And I yes sir. Simon. No. Said ya wait to no. No. Top nations senior citizens were arrested. Ya mom say Ebra ya mom no hwe na bebre yare o me say ya mom no na bebre na o me yeden na o me yare somebody like Victor Salome. When Victor Salome was arrested, Victor Salome, I'm not saying this then perhaps Nebuchadnezzar from Van Jeme, not Victor Salome, Salome, not peacemaker. Eshana come on, she said, this is a device. Na kuma ni ntumi morning tino ye dia shower ema na kuma ni ntumi na ni efi pa yi na Victor Salome na ni efi yi ebra ye chief Victor Salome a ye de Victor Salome ye de ni kodru nsawo mu no hwade a prison warden no okache no say listen, you will not be given any special treatment biao to that of you being what. No, you are going to be treated same as your colleagues here. No, Nyankopon ya adoma wo Wednesday ye be ya DB. Yeah, I'm going to give you guys transcripts of some top people who were arrested in the same fashion today. The history is in the making. Victor Salome and the rest. Papa Nana Netia Papa, your friend is saying, he was then the Greek minister. Okay, no. Oh, no, Netia Papa Bisa, Bibi Bisa. Yeah, ye chumuni egumu. Chachu Chikata is alive. And Chachu Chikata was arrested in where? In the Holy Grail. He was arrested while Chachu was at the Holy Grail. Young fan self, he is at the Holy Grail, therefore young fan channel. This is Chachu Chikata, a renowned, reputable lawyer in this country. Kisi Jabain investigated a former president Maniye Anna Wante. Me say Kisi Jabain why investigating a former president in this country or Yamwaya? The then former president John Dramani Mahama why investigating and then the report to the PA. Mante. Now Mr. President or investigating and a president on Yenipa. John Mahama no Yenipa. Edru Ken Ofori so Ken Ofori bru ni pebia so. Sir. The Abayana say, on this guy. But I know say Ken Ofori Nankas. Oh, say Busian won. Minim nipa woman so much. Ken Ofori ni Busian. Akufo-Addo minim a lot of them. But the sad part is on. We now no munya sika no. Woman face sika no so am wo Busian no. Me say there's a group of this led by Akufo-Addo Nankasa. Ken Ofori ka ho. Ninua Bompti eka ho. Asante Bedi Etuo ka ho. Right? Gabi Asare Ochire Dako ka ho. Womuna. Yes. Woma mo ebusua no. Wudia womutrimu din se de omasi say my goodness. Unbelievable. Obi say Ken Ofori Ken Ofori ono ani nua ntimi monidin cause nipa nim ne kakra ono ani nua o oso ni nsem at the time wa Ken Ofori eboa ma Akufo-Addo abe candidate no Ken Ofori eso mus okoko gamot omuma niska oko baby ti say mo friend is saying fan milk ono ani nua or well connected. So in some koji sika baby the boy ma Akufo-Addo. Ebron ba power no. Oh my goodness. I don't obi ani on just wonim baby ani nua. Me say onim baby ani nua ne kura. How many times concerted efforts say ni nua no be yes say mama me baby nche. Baby okọ ebia no omo pamu ni firo. Mo ante wo mu nua ba akon so a ono so oye eyi bi de ba ye friend Angel Ofori Ghana for mon kai no Akufo-Addo busuafo no bi Angel Ofori yeah ono kra de sent omo osi ekunaka ho wo mu nuanom ni bi nsu na omo de saa energy plant yi ba energy plant kramrefi eno so omo de ba ya eno so nti omo ya den agye free ni nsem a eche se pasa akwawe we o okromfo we this guy okromfo na brabani budini simon so osi asodan ya enche sa asodan mi do nyame I would have taken it on my own hands mekwa akohia asodan no but enya sorry the way sisini na national security for mommo na japade no ho ban ne enterprise assurance mommo ho ban is it enterprise mommo ho ban me de me nkasa o Ghana fo ye de ni hwade o me do nyame obo soro ni asa me se ye de ni hwade o. But we are all much more than grateful to John Dramani Mahama say what set it inquiry say yenhwehwe ni nyom but Ken Ofori but unya pade no ho ban your enterprise assurance baby wo did that efunu no transition bo ho ban data bank bo ho ban e wo memu ha say na wo de se wo se sune Ghana wo mebioma ye de onyankopon ja Ken Ofori eja no kwai kuse sha America ho wo de memma eno de yen de no as far as kisi Japan de obey de kisi knows what to do yen e be kire no but yemu binimu a yen ye kasama the non aligned movement yesi kisi Japan wo de ye wadwuma nemom Ofori wo de sune sha America manim yenim se kisi Japan onim de so ye no de wo ba wo fe se wo ma wo de sha ho Shahodam Oduman kuma wuo ono wo abasako muto enche kura bo se saa na moye ya ena mu nua bedi etu ene wa betron mem ha oya dijen jan bi kwa wa betron mem ha adijen jan na moye wo saa mo maban ni mu no boni na muditi oman no ewurikasam na muditi oman no your heartless nature of handling this country. Muye so heartless, muye mean, na muye wicked, na muye wudifo, na muye akromfo, na muye nabrabafo, na muye wudifo. Ba ye jamo de moma asafie ho a obosro ni asase, o de muchefa be mamo. Me donyame se mu mfiri asase so nko one by one without each one of you receiving your gift. I'm telling you. It is a whole kind of Ofori so unim dia yen intem ma una moto ne wura o manimu fast. Hwe Ghana ye honhom o me kan kura kire mo ne due me say Ghana ye honhom but you see and then me towards and so wow now it makes sense to me and I can understand it makes sense to me some of the things former and late Flight Lieutenant Jerry John Rawlings did in this country. It makes so much sense to me, I swear to God. It makes so much sense to me what Jerry John Rawlings did in this country in the days of the AFRC, the Armed Forces Revolutionary Council. Some of the things he did in the Provisional National Defense Council, the PNDC era. It makes sense to me. Trust me, guys, it makes sense to me. Akromfo will not understand some of the things of former President Rawlings. They will not understand. And only I know. And because had it not been said Rawlings would truncate some of this bunch of criminals and Omunyama Chagana Medru say, however say you like, you don't like. I'm telling you. Ope say how? Debbie, he stopped a lot. You see, their mannerism, their way of doing things, and their way of their politicking, no. It's a whole conglomeration of what? Of agenda setting. Say, we are here to milk this nation and destroy the nation. They don't care.